Tonight at 6, March is Women's History Month. We found one dynamic woman in history because of a scrapbook. And tonight's Moments That Matter. WHS 11's Shirlene Shanklin and photojournalist Ian Hardwitt tell you the story of Julia Jackson Wood.
She's known for wearing a lot of hats in her life, from a beauty shop owner to a hat maker, World War II veteran, and preacher.
She was born Julia Jackson on March 14th, 1911, and she went to Central High School here in Louisville. She went on to study at Kentucky State College, which is now the historically black Kentucky State University in Frankfort.
After college, Jackson went on to study at the Madam C.J. Walker Beauty School in Indianapolis, Indiana, returning to Louisville to open a beauty shop.
We know from the Louisville Defender that she was known locally for doing hair, and she also designed hats. She was a kind of locally renowned hat maker here in town, and there's a quote in the Louisville Defender that she said that hats and hair do go together.
When the military put a call out for soldiers in 1942,
the establishment of the wax marked the first time women were allowed to enter the Army.
She was one of the first women from Louisville to enlist in the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, then later enlisting in the Women's Army Corps.
She was in an all-black unit as the Army was. The military was segregated at the time, so she served in a 32nd Post company there with the Army.
Along her journey, she would scrapbook, chronicling and collecting mementos during the war, documenting at one time that all female soldiers did train together.
And we do see that in her scrapbook. We see the integration between white and black soldiers interacting together in training and social events. That is documented in her scrapbook. When they come back after the war, then it's segregation again.
Returning from war, the entrepreneur married Thomas Harry Woods in 1946. She became the head of the all-black Western Kentucky Vocational Training School, Department of Cosmetology in Paducah, Kentucky. Then she moved back to Louisville. From research, we could not find any documentation of children, so records of her life were not passed down. But historian Emma Bryan says that she really wrote her own legacy.
We were really amazed by her story and amazed by her being a personal historian. All of the items that she collected and documented throughout her life, and that's how we know about her.
When Jackson Woods passed away on November the 21st, 2000, the Filson found a key piece, an obituary that gave us a snapshot of her life.
We also see in the Louisville Defender that she was known as a lay preacher and then later on as a reverend. We have records of her from a few different churches here in Louisville that documented her preaching and sermons throughout the city, and even in her obituary she is listed as Reverend Julia Jackson Woods.
Julia Jackson Woods is buried in Zachary Taylor National Cemetery, but before her death she told her story, each page filling the holes of history that was almost lost until the Filson Historical Society found her unique story in an estate auction. For Moments That Matter, I'm Shirlene Shanklin with Ian Hardwick for WHS 11 News on your side.